Okay, perfect. Thank you. I haven't seen him though. I haven't seen him.
it'll point on show up on every single screen.
You point to any screen.
Yeah, and it'll show up on every single screen.
Because I'm not going to point. Okay. And it's, but it's,
Yeah.
okay. Wow, that's weird. Okay.
It'll show up on every screen.
I have an additional file, so PDF that I need to use. For me to access the files, this will be working.
Let me show you something real quick. So I'm sorry, it's assistant. So he has he has one file here, and this is the folder for it right here. The star. So you can just drop it in here, and this is his folder right here.
Okay, for me to access
Yeah, you just
and they will open automatically and
correct.
okay, so from there go to All Star Meeting and just transfer the PDF.
Okay.
All Star
Morning. Hi. We're in this whole new room. I kind of don't know what to do here, so I thought I'd do Oprah style, or just sort of walk back and forth, because the things over there. Anyway, I'm Jack Dehovitz. Most of you know me, I hope. I'm Director of STAR, and I'm thrilled to have everybody here on what is probably our 15th or 16th All-Star meeting, and of course, everyone here is an All-Star. Today, I just want to it's really not about me today. We're going to be hearing and speaking to many people that you do and learning about what you do, but I just wanted to give you guys a couple updates on things here, talk about a few new programs or ongoing programs that you all are very aware of. Then we're going to have a special presentation on social media, which is something I know nothing about, but those of you that are under the age of 40 probably live in it. And then finally, after that, we'll all be introducing ourselves and getting a sense of who we are and what we do together. So I'm thrilled to have everybody here, and I hope everybody enjoyed our not-so-healthy breakfast. So just a couple things about Downstate and what's going on here. First of all, we have this beautiful new building, which is really a great addition, and I think this is probably a better room than the previous rooms we were in. So maybe we'll make it, although I feel like we're almost getting too big for it. There are a couple things happening at the administrative levels that we just thought might be helpful for everyone to know about. First, as you know, we've had a new president now for a couple of years. I think Dr. Riley was here actually last year at this time to talk to you. And with new presidents come changes at administrative levels, and we're now searching for a new dean of the College of Medicine. And the interesting thing about that position is that person will be primarily someone interested in the clinical enterprise as well as medical education and not be a researcher. Typically, in the past, most of our deans have been researchers. Separately, there's a separate search for a senior vice president for research reporting to the dean. For some bizarre reason, the president's asked me to chair that search, and it's been an exciting one, if not time-consuming. Since many of us are interested in our clinical programs, we have an acting head of the hospital these days. Mr. Walsh left us a few weeks ago. He didn't leave the world, he just left the hospital. And so there's this active search for that now, and I'm anxious to see who will be taking that place and what their vision is for Downstate Hospital, both in Brooklyn and as well as part of the systems that make up what's going on in New York City. I think that's most of the stuff new at the university. Anybody have any questions about what's happening here that I might have forgotten? Okay, so let's talk about STAR for a minute. Those of you that were at our Christmas party, I sort of went through a lot of the accomplishments over the last year. We had a great year last year, and I feel a need to repeat a couple of those things just so everybody has a sense of where we're going and where we are. We're thrilled to have our friends from Brookdale here, and I think that relationship is moving closer and closer together. As you know, we got a very large care coordination grant last year, and that program, I think, is done well. I saw some staff from the care coordination. Who's in the care coordination program there? There we go. Yes. Right there you go. Good. And you'll be coming up later. So that's going well. And then we've also had a couple new SAMHSA grants this year, and we'll be expanding our criminal justice initiative, and some of those activities will be happening at Brookdale, too. And then we just got a very nice Gilead grant to really transform HIV testing over there. So we're really excited about that collaboration and how that's moving forward. STAR really started in 1990, 1991 with really two large grants. One was the HRSA Ryan White grant, which was renewed, I guess, last year, right, or 2 years ago. We got on a site visit, we got a great score. And then the other one was a research study, which was then called WAX and then WISE, and now is transforming into Max Wise CCS. And that was renewed last year for 7 years. So there'll be I guess there'll be some people retiring after that one, but that was a great accomplishment. Susan and Tracy and Deb Gustafson. Those two can't be here today, but they wanted me to give you their regards. Those of you that work in Suite J, notice we've expanded a little bit there, and I think that additional space has really worked out well. We'll spend some time over the next few weeks and months thinking how to use it better. But while we're still strapped for space on some days, I think in general it's been a great expansion. And with that, there's some new nursing staff that are already here, and Jamil and others will speak about those. And we're getting an operations manager coming in, I think on Monday, right, Neil, and Tuesday, whatever, who will really hopefully help move that process along. There's a couple new research individuals here who we'll talk about when we get to introductions. And probably the biggest thing of the last few months has been, as what I mentioned earlier on the outset, our advent and push into social media, which I think is where you need to be these days, even though I don't really understand it. And so we were thrilled to be able to bring on board Jose, who most of you know, I hope, but if not, you certainly will get to know him now, who's really done a great job in sort of articulating the STAR mission, both for our stakeholders, people that are interested in our programs, but more importantly for the community that we serve. So I'd now like to have Jose come up, talk a little about the program, and then he'll show you some of his latest work. Jose?
Thank you so much, Jack. Good morning, STAR family! I have to bring a little happiness because I'm Latino. I won't dance because I'm really bad dancing. You have to left feet. Tanya, you can teach me. For me, it's such an honor to work with a beautiful, I think, the STAR family, the STAR team. I know a lot of you. Those who don't know me, probably you'll see me soon. I'm gonna be knocking. We're doing a lot of exciting things, so I prepare a little presentation, visual presentation. Let's see. It was slow. Okay, so our social media have increased really good and a lot. We have an advertising here, so don't click on it. Our Facebook went since I started here from 200 to 800 new followers, and our Instagram is doing really great. We have 1,461 followers today. We have an incredible, great engagement. So that's really great, and thank you all. And if you don't follow us, I'm gonna start knocking your door again too. So we're doing other things also. We're refreshing a little bit the STAR branding, which is gonna be our new business cards. Doctors at the Doctor Hall, GTV and Ayala TV. We're doing also all new brochures following this new consistent look and feel. So people can start identifying the STAR branding. So what is important for me and for us here is that our patients and the people in the community can start identifying with the STAR program and all our different services. These are different for brochures for PrEP, one new one for the STAR Health Center. So promos, and then this is a new logo. We're refreshing also to match the image of a STAR program for the New York State International Training and Research Program, which is also a program for the STAR families, which I'm gonna go and jump for the amazing fun stuff. Who wants to see you guys on TV? No? Because if you don't, I'm gonna also knock your door. So we're taking a little bit further the social media, and we're actually going to be on TV. We're going to have our new TV show that is called The Star for Brooklyn, which we have amazing hosts, and a lot of you have been participating, so thank you so much for that. It's going to be actually in television and also in our different social media platforms. So I prepared a little presentation about that. And let's watch.
Live from the health center at SUNY Downstate, this is Star for Brooklyn.
Hi, I'm Tanya Taylor,
And I'm Chris Jimenez.
and we are your hosts for Star for Brooklyn.
So basically, Star for Brooklyn is this really cool new show. It gives you health tips. You get to meet interesting people here that work here and live here in Brooklyn. We're all part of the Star program and the Star Health Center. So if you want to learn a little bit more about just health in general or about what we do,
Check us out.
definitely check us out.
It's identifying where do you need the most attention right now,
Yeah.
and that's where you can start.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, it's my pleasure. I would say first, start moving. Take the stairs. Walk down to, down the street to do your errands.
Health is much more than just medicine.
New York when the epidemic started, or were
I was. Actually, I did my internship at St. Vincent's Hospital in the Greenwich Village, which was literally where the first cases were identified. And I clearly remember these young men coming in with this really devastating illness that we had no idea what was going on, and unfortunately dying soon thereafter. So it has truly been a key aspect of my entire career.
Actually, we serve all New York City, but if you live, let's say, in New Jersey, you can always contact us and we can help you and link you to a provider in your area.
what would it be?
I would say take your time and be humble. A lot of times we come home and we think that we should be doing a lot of things that people are doing now.
So then when the doctor actually told me that I was HIV positive, I was kind of shocked.
You really need to believe that you can do something in order to achieve it, and that goes for anything in life.
Be exposed to another person who may be infected with the virus should be screened. So if you're an injection drug user, whether past or current, you should definitely be screened.
Reentry, as I understand it, is basically coming home from prison and back into the community.
A lot of people have hepatitis C and they don't have symptoms. They don't necessarily know that they have it for a very long time.
And now, music.
Amazing grace shall always be my song of praise.
So PrEP is pre-exposure prophylaxis. So the medicines should be taken before your exposure.
And we do an assessment to see which program they're eligible for. The timing is crucial.
To let you guys know, so you have to step back a little bit because then I'm cooking, I'm dancing.
Oh, okay.
Dance to the music, yes.
This week on Star for Brooklyn, we have a really exciting show for you.
Now, I'm really excited, Tanya. So we're going to speak with somebody who has started a running program and actually made it all the way up to running a marathon. So
my
really
goodness.
looking forward to that.
And we're also going to be talking to an expert talking about safety tips for taking medication.
We also have an author who's going to share his inspirational story.
Awesome. And I think we're also going to be learning about Hep C and the fact that there is a cure. Really important that we get this information out. So, check us out on Star for Brooklyn.
A big round of applause. Thank you so much. We're taking further, reaching the community, and I think this is a beautiful, beautiful program, a beautiful project. Start with, where's Magna? Magna's not here? Well, man, if you're seeing me in the live stream, thank you so much. It was her baby, and we make it fun. Thank you. Well, round of applause for Magna, that she's been trying to do this for a couple of years, and now it's a reality. And obviously to all of you that have been participating, but this is not all. We're going to see more of you because we're also starting a new campaign that is called Be Healthy for You. I think as Lori says in the video, medicine is just more than just taking medicine. It starts from ourselves and starts from inside. And in order for us to be able to help people to take a PrEP pill or to get tested, we have to teach our community that health starts with ourselves. And that's why I want to present the campaign that we're launching also this upcoming month.
Jack Cahopitz. I'm an infectious disease specialist here at SUNY Downstate, and I direct the STAR program, a multidisciplinary effort really focused on the health of our community, particularly those living with HIV. Today we're launching a new campaign called You Be Healthy for You, and the purpose of which is really for everyone to take responsibility for their own health care in coordination with their health care providers. Being healthy is really important for me. I work out a few days a week. I'm very careful about what I eat, and I always take my medications every day when I'm supposed to. Well, I want the community to know that I'm healthy for me, and I want you to be healthy for you.
Dance, dance, dance. That is one of my favorite things to do when I'm not working. I go dancing. I like to listen to music.
Echando para adelante, yo digo, bueno, estamos haciendo un granito en cada persona aquí.
Staying healthy starts with all the things that are really important to do outside of the clinic. Eating well, staying connected to the people in your life who are important to you, getting up out of your chair and walking.
What makes me healthy is I stay active. I'm a very active person because I believe that what you don't use, you lose. I like to come to work. I don't come to work if only I'm really sick. If not, I come to work because I like what I'm doing.
Healthy for me, so that will be healthy for you too.
En bonne santé, comme moi-même en bonne santé.
Hi, I'm Chrissy.
My name is Phil. My name's Dylan. I'm a college student. I have a busy lifestyle where I'm at school every day.
We all have busy lives, so it's very important that you take a moment for yourself. Give yourself that me time. When you realize that you're giving yourself that me time, you notice how much more your life is in balance and it flows a lot better.
I'm a graduate student and I spend about 60 hours a week on my education. In order to maintain mental and physical health, I spend a lot of time at the gym. Every day, about an hour a day, I'm in the gym, I'm lifting weights and putting weights back down and lifting them again. I use running as a form of exercise to help maintain my stress levels.
You do things like rushed or just because someone wants you to, you notice that your body isn't in agreement with that. So that's why meditating is very important. You take those anywhere from 5 to 30 minutes to just align yourself, just to be one with yourself and sit quiet in the moment, and you will see how that plays a great part on your health.
I also maintain sexual health consciousness as well. So every 3 to 6 months, I get checked. I get a full spectrum STI, STD check, and I make sure that I take my PrEP, and I also make sure that I stay in mostly monogamish relationships. I incorporate it into my daily regime, just like I do with PrEP.
Checking your status is very important. I get my status checked once a year. I am healthy for me.
I'm healthy for me. Be healthy for you. Be healthy for you.
Be healthy for you.
Campaign that we're starting. It's going to be really exciting. We're going to have a lot of different assets, and I hope all of you participate and we spread the word for this really, really beautiful work that we're doing here for our community and for ourselves. Thank you. Thank you, Jack.
Jose, that was unbelievable. You can see Jose and I are exactly the same personalities. So it's a real great addition to our program, and I think it will do a lot to raise our profile in the community and to really get the message out that we really want to get out, which is everyone should stay healthy and be connected both socially and to their healthcare providers. So now we're going into the usual thing that we do, which is to introduce everybody and give everyone a sense of the breadth of the STAR program. I'm sure you all have memorized our mission to heart, but just to remind you, our mission is really to achieve health equity through quality care, education, research, and community empowerment while creating a culture of continuous improvement, integrity, and respect for both our patients and you all. So keeping that in mind, we're going to introduce the folks that really provide the leadership here. Tracy Wilson and Deborah Gustafson are the co-PIs of the next version of WISE. They weren't able to be here today, as I said, but they certainly have provided great leadership and are really invested in the progress of this program. We don't need to really introduce Tanya since she's the host, but there she is right there. Tanya, come on out and say hello. Right. And someone new to us is Sabina Hirschfeld, who just joined us. When did you? Right here. And she's joined us, and I know she gave a great talk a couple months ago describing her really groundbreaking work on HIV prevention in gay men. And Michael Silver is somewhere here in the back, lives in the same space that Sabina is, and is a superb statistician. So the next step is the senior staff are going to introduce all their staff, but this is really who provides the leadership here. And you know all of them. I think collectively they've been here like 250 years, but we're all still very young at heart. So Susan Holman, as we all know, directs our HIV research programs, and Susan's here after a nice vacation, so she's very relaxed. She'll be at a minute. Ellen Honey up here in the front, the administrator. Michelle Melendez, you saw her on TV just a few minutes ago. David Odegaard over there will be talking about the education programs. Adrian Pierce in the back directs our fiscal programs. Christine Rucker has been here for almost as long as I've been here. Charge of our adolescent programs. Kathleen Russell over in the far end, Director of Development. Jess Yeager has been here for a few years and helps direct our Brookdale program. And Jamila is our on-site medical director here. So with really moving right into that, so I'm going to ask Susan to come up. And where is Susan? Do you want to do the Oprah style? You know, walk around, or you want to stay or you want to stay at a podium?
Can I do Oprah?
Yes, you can.
Thank
now,
you.
Guys, we're going to introduce a lot of people. I think we'll hold applause until the end. Can you do that? Just because there's a lot of us.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. This is quite a room. You got to do 180, so you don't. I don't know. Do I need that? Do I have a second page? Anyway, so I am the project director for the Brooklyn site of the Women's Interagency HIV study, which has been in the field since 1994. We have the best retention rate of all of the sites, and that's due to the fabulous staff here listed. So Taryn is our study coordinator. Simone, our clinician. She's a midwife who also sees the pregnant patients with HIV. Linda Latoni, Michelle McMillan, Raldine Charles, Ann Fortunat, Lily Apaya Agiman, Sherman Wilson, and Davin McFarlane, and of course, Michelle Ann Joseph. So just to quickly mention what Jack had said before, which is that we successfully recompeted for another 7 years of funding. And what that is actually we combined with another long-term epidemiologic study called the MACS, Men's AIDS Cohort Study, which has been in the field 35 years, not just 25 years. And we will be following men and women in a common protocol for the next several years. Am I up next? I don't know. Yes? So I also oversee some of the data, a lot of the data for the clinical and the research programs here. And I want to introduce our staff for that. Holly Ammons, who focuses on the heat data entry for the adolescent and pediatric program. Did I forget something? Oh, we need to have people stand up, so then I have to go back. I have to go back and make sure everybody gets this. Okay, everybody on that slide, please stand up. Come on. Michelle Ann's out there standing up. I just want to point that out. Okay. Okay, so moving on to back to the data. Staff, Holly Ammons. I'm going to skip over the second person just for a sec. Ron Kalangi, Gracie Hahn, Jeanette Harris-Myrick, Nikki Sanders, Irma Trujillo, and Michael Zlotin. Can you all stand up, please? So collectively, they do data entry, data management, produce reports for the clinical HRSA-funded projects, the AIDS Institute-funded projects, and also the research projects. Now, I just want to mention Jennifer Clark, who is, there's Jennifer. She hasn't actually even started yet. She starts on Monday. This is how happy she is to come to work, right? She's going to be working on the FFHC program, the family-centered program, with Magna Robinson and Jess Yeager and Simone, providing care to the pregnant women and also doing data entry. So she's got a sort of a multifaceted job. So am I done now? Yes. Thank you all.
Yes, thank you. Okay. Oh, yes, I need that. Okay. So, so Christine. Oh, Ellen. Okay. Christine, you're good. Yeah, Christine, you're going to do it. Yeah. This program is, as I said, Christine's been here almost as long as I have. This program, I think, dates from 1988.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Christine Rucker, the Director of Adolescent Education and the Teens Helping Each Other program. Oh, use the mic. I'm sorry. Okay. Has everybody heard of the Teens Helping Each Other project? Our wonderful adolescents, and the program has been around for a very long time. We are currently running two projects, the PREP project, the Personal Responsibility Education Program, which is coordinated by Miss Marion Searchwell, if she can stand up. Ms. Searchwell. She deserves a round of applause. Our prevention specialist is Miss Elizabeth Smith, if she can stand up for the PREP project. We're currently hiring a health educator, so hopefully that position will be filled soon. And our PREP assistant is Alexia Avila. And our second project is our YAP project, the Youth Health Advocates, and that is coordinated by Anthony Thompson, if he could stand up. And we're currently looking for a YAP assistant. We have about 16 peer leaders and youth advocates that work with us, so we really have a big group. They do absolutely wonderful work in the community, and we're really proud of them, and we're proud of this project. So, but we will be recruiting new students during the summer, so if you know any young people who would be interested in working with us, we would love to have them participate in the program. So that's Theo and AP. Good morning, and thank you.
And I believe you're moving, or you will move upstairs?
Yes, we're moving to this building.
8th floor. Yes.
When we do move, please come and visit us.
You'll have an open house, maybe. Okay. Ellen, I'm going to give you. Okay, well, okay, so in terms of administrative leadership, we've already, Kathleen and Adrian, I've already pointed out, they're critical people to keep us going. And of course, social media is going to transform our lives. So we're looking forward to that. So Adrian, you want to talk a little bit?
Thanks, Jack. Good morning, everyone. So I work out, so I might run up and down to say hi, show you my workout skills. I might do some push-ups too. So no, guys. Yay. So I think everyone knows us, with the exception of the Brookdale people. Welcome. And I manage the funds. Most of us are paid by grant funds, and just a few of us are strictly state people. And I manage that along with my wonderful staff, Akin, who's the grants manager. Sorry, I need to work out more. I'm out of breath. Marcia, who's new to my unit since our last All-Star meeting, maybe. She's our personnel coordinator. She replaced Conda. Karima, who is not with us here today. And of course, Christina, who's everybody's person. Thank you.
David, I think you're up. I will not be short of breath.
Good morning, everyone. We're really happy to talk about our AIDS Education Training Center. So we do education all throughout Staten Island and Brooklyn to clinicians on HIV, cultural competence, HCV, all kinds of topics. And the wonderful Michelle Wilson is the coordinator of that project. Please stand up, Michelle. And our New York State International Training and Research Program. This is our real international program here in the STAR program. We're working on building capacity for HIV research training in Ukraine and Kazakhstan. And so this is, we have trainees up in Albany. We have a number of research projects going on over there. So this is another very interesting and compelling program which would not work at all without Christina Sferuzzo. Thank you.
So as I indicated, we're thrilled to have our folks from Brookdale here again, and Jess and Alan and others have played a key role in bringing us together, and Jess is going to introduce us.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. So as Jack already mentioned, since we were all here together last year, or I guess in the other room last year, our Brookdale staff has continued to grow a lot, and we have a few new grants, which it's really exciting. I think some, like the Care Coordination Grant, bridge both sites. And we also, as Jack mentioned, have a Gilead grant that's specific to the Brookdale site that's really gonna revise and renovate in the whole institution how we're doing HIV and hepatitis C testing throughout Brookdale Hospital. So that's really exciting. And a lot of the Brookdale staff have been there for a really long time, providing excellent HIV care to the community for years, and some are newer since we were all together. So I'll mention everyone because it's a big staff and we can applaud really loudly for everyone all at the end. So Hillary Farmer is the clinic manager. Dr. Andre Brutus has been a mainstay of the Brookdale program for a very long time and unfortunately can't be with us this morning. Dr. Conrad Fisher and Kaniz Banu are two of the main adult providers at Brookdale, along with Dr. Mahmoud Hassanin, who's our pediatric HIV provider. We have a wonderful nursing staff who's been caring for the patients for quite some time, nurses Colin and Marcelin. As well as Tamika Beatty, who mans the front desk and makes sure everyone is taken care of. Christine Thompson's recently joined us, also at the front desk, along with Nakima Noel. We have a wonderful PharmD team, who I believe are also represented this morning, who have really been integral in taking care of patients over there as well. Shannon Ramdeen is with the hospital pharmacy team and helps us out a lot. Maria Sorbrera has been a clinical pharmacist with the team, and Ty Stevens is here, who's our PGY2 clinical pharmacist. And Jean Bijou, who you all saw on the Be Healthy For You campaign, as well as our wonderful phlebotomist. So Maybe everyone who's on this side, can you all stand up? Woohoo! All right. And then Rue Rosa is not with us this morning, but she is one of our really stellar social workers, along with Fiona Thomas, who I believe is here. So they have done an excellent job for years being social workers, case managers, really holding down the fort for everything for the patients, as well as Philomena, who has now more recently joined the team. For a long time, there's been a really robust and successful testing and counseling team at Brookdale, led by Yolene Jacques, who we also saw on the Be Healthy For You video, and Susan Reed is here, who is currently a counselor. And as part of the new Gilead Focus project that we've mentioned, some of the individuals who have been counselors are transitioning into more of a patient navigation role, still within the STAR program over there. So Zaraima Douglas, Pam Kirlu, and Tanisha, who I think are all here as well. And then the care coordination team is going to be introduced by Lori later, but has also grown to 4-person staff since we were all together last. So we're really excited about all these changes. So everyone who's here, maybe including the care coordinators, you'll be introduced subsequently, but if you guys all want to stand up.
Okay, Jamila, you're up. Yeah, Jess, you should stick around.
Good morning, everyone. 2018 was a great year for STAR. We've had a lot of accomplishments. We've grown physically and fiscally with multiple grants. So I want to take a moment to thank the grant writing team and main office for, since 1991, putting out grant after grant and keeping our team going and expanding over the years. And also the research and data team led by Susan, because without the data, we can't apply for all these grants. So thank you, Susan, for all your work over the years. Just to add to Jack's comments earlier on what we've achieved for the past year, we've done a few innovative things in the health center. For example, we took on a lean intervention last year, which was new for our team, and we're keeping that going this year, and we'll be ramping it up with the onboarding of our operations manager. And we also had a strong showing on the academic front. Our clinic had about 9 to 10 abstracts accepted at national conferences last year. So I'm really proud of all the hard work that we do, and it's nationally recognized. So thank you all. And we're going to go through the names here. So first, starting with our clinician, Dr. Jessica Yeager. I'm going to turn it over to Jess to introduce her team.
Thank you. Good morning again. All right, so I'm going to mention some of the projects that I've been working on at this site. So one of the projects that we're in year about 3.5 now of a 5-year NIH-funded program called the What If program, and everyone who works at this site is familiar with it if you've been with us more than 6 months, because you periodically get emails from us asking to complete a survey, and a few months back we tried to bribe you all with some lunch to make you complete the survey. So you guys are likely familiar with this, but it's an NIH-funded project directed by a principal investigating team who is based at Yale, looking at management and treatment of substance use disorder in individuals who have HIV within the HIV primary care setting. And working on that project, we have Davin McFarland, who's over here. Who may come up later, but I'll just mention Davin was brought on initially as about a 25% as a research assistant for What If while he was in school, but has proved himself so invaluable that he's subsequently now also working with WISE and wears a lot of different hats in STAR as well. And also, I think when we all met last year, we had really recently started the Back to Brooklyn program, and you guys saw Lamont and one of our newest members of the STAR team, Marky, who were in the STAR television program. And this program really works providing intensive linkage services and outreach services for individuals re-entering the community when they're coming home historically from prison, and now we're also, with Marky coming on board, also outreaching people coming home from jail. So this has been really critical work that there's more and more literature supporting really strong support for these people and the importance of getting them linked into medical care. And then the Family Focused Health Program, which I believe Michelle is going to mention even more about, but works to provide intensive medical case management for those individuals who are the primary caregiver for a child under 18 years old. And through this program, we work a lot and have a very intensive focus on our pregnant patients.
Thank you. I'd like to now introduce Dr. Liza Valdivia, who oversees our hepatitis C services.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. So I'm Liza Valdivia. I'm the Director for Hepatitis C Services here at Downstate. My team consists of Alicia Charles, who is our Program Manager. Alicia, if you could stand up. And Waglan Zami, who is our Linkage to Care Specialist. Waglan's over here. So both Alicia and Waglan are here at Downstate, but they also travel over to Brookdale and also help provide hepatitis C services here at, in the Suite C clinic for the liver clinic as well, in addition to the STAR clinic.
Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Dr. Hector Ojeda Martinez, who oversees our prevention services and our LGBTQ services.
Namaste. I just came from India, so everything is namaste. So I just want to introduce my voice sounds so horrible. So I just want to introduce Tracy Griffiths, our program manager for the Prep and PEP program, which I couldn't survive without with. And Tracy and Sasha Myers, who I don't know if she's here. She's our prevention navigator. Hi, Sasha. And we're looking for another prevention navigator and a benefits specialist. And I also want to acknowledge our data team, Nikisha and Davin and Akin and Adrian for all their help with the grants.
There are additional clinical staff, some of which are here today and others are not. Dr. Viss and Dr. Spencer are not here, but they provide our psychiatry services. Dr. Sanasi oversees our PA and the linkage of the PA program with STAR. And Rebecca Kavanaugh is our clinical pharmacist. She's not here today. And Natalie Mitchell, our referral specialist. She's actually out sick, but I know, so it's a lot of people out, but they're key to what we do in terms of our clinical services. So we have many more staff that are very important, and I want to take the time to mention each of them. Neil Lewis is starting next week. He's our operations manager, so we're excited that he's going to be joining our team. And from top to bottom, Mary Crimes, our registered nurse, our ANAC nurse. Mary. Margarita Morales. Chesla Vincent Francis, also a nurse in our clinic. Shanette Murray, our LPN, who's we brought on earlier this year. Patricia Harewood, she's not here at the moment, but she's our phlebotomist, and we started phlebotomy services last year. Jackie Brockman, our nutritionist. Vernil Cooper from the front desk. Yannick Crawford, also one of our new hires from the front desk. Janet Yee Reed and Howard Blatt, also registrars that work closely with registering our patients. So thank you all for all your hard work. Please, everyone stand up.
Thanks. We heard a lot about behavioral health services, and Michelle, who you also saw in our video, is going to talk about those services. Thanks, Michelle.
Good morning. I don't want to give anyone my back, so I'm going to try to stand at a unique angle. So we have our supportive counseling and family stabilization grant. That is the grant where we provide in-office and home-based supportive counseling for all of our HIV positive patients in our clinic. Currently we have Alex Joinville all the way at the back, who's our senior clinician on that grant. He's transitioning to our new SAMHSA grant, which we'll get to later. We have Codell Amy, our behavioral health case manager. Jean Ricard, can you both stand up, please? Within the behavioral health unit, we have several teams. So I'm going to give the supervisors of those grants the honor of introducing their own staff. So we're going to start with Magna Robinson, who's the Assistant Director of Care Management.
Good morning. Buenos dias. Happy to be here. Manitu is our new case manager. She's in Dubai, so she's sorry not to be here today. Maria Adamson, she's our medical case manager. Simone Spencer is a midwife. She's here today. I love you, but just little. And Tracy Walker, I believe she's in the back. She's our peer aide. Under the case manager dream team is Don Kayembe. He's not here today. Deborah Toiler, our senior case manager. She's on the back over there. Mabel Martinez, who's out, on sick leave. And Kristen Yesters, who are coming on board to do a little bit of everything. Where's Kristen? Oh my God, okay, we love you. Please, can everybody from the family program stand up and case management?
Okay, we have Christopher Jimenez. You could come up. He is our Assistant Director of Substance Use Treatment Services, and he will introduce the harm reduction program staff. Just state their names.
Excuse me. So for harm reduction, we have Morgan Gephardt is our new program manager. Nicolette Dakin is our counselor and soon to be LCSW. Mark Frederick is our prevention navigator, and Wahida should be joining us soon. Knock on wood. So if you guys can just stand up.
Okay, and we have, many of you know that we've had SAMHSA grants throughout the years, and we've been very successful in always applying for additional SAMHSA grants and being awarded new funding to do the great work that these grants provide. Most recently, we got 2 SAMHSA grants pretty much both at the same time, which was a blessing, yet we were also like running around trying to get things done to get the program off and running. One of them is the SAMHSA Integrated Mental Health and Primary Care Services Grant. That grant is designed to provide services to those that are more chronically mentally ill, that need intense monitoring to ensure that they take their medications, their psychiatric medications, but as well as that they stay in medical care. And Alex Joinville will be the manager of this new grant. We have 2 new staff that are coming. We have Ethel Tazwell, who's going to be the peer navigator, and Alexa Rickett, our licensed mental health counselor, that should be starting any day now, probably early April. We also have the SAMHSA Brooklyn Substance Use Disorder Treatment Center for High-Risk Populations grant. That program is designed to provide services specifically to the LGBTQ community and those with histories of incarceration. We're going to be providing services not only in Suite J, but also at Brookdale. We have Marquis Coleman in the back, our new community linkage specialist. If you could stand, because you're the only one in that grant. Okay. And starting really soon is Jennifer May Todd, who's a clinician on that grant. I just wanted to say, okay, I'm sorry. I'll say this at the end. No, it's okay. You can check. We have now our largest behavioral health grant here, the Care Coordination Program, and I'm going to hand it over to Laurie to introduce the long list of names.
Thank you, Michelle. So Care Coordination supports the mission of STAR in addressing health disparities through patient navigation, care team coordination, and HIV self-management. And I'm proud to introduce Geraldine Francois as a care coordinator, Charles Francione, patient navigator, Letitia Richards, patient navigator, Shante Austin, patient navigator, Jenny Ned, care coordinator. On her team is Pedro Ramirez, patient navigator, Shanice Sharif, and Chad Alexander, each patient navigators. And please stand. These are our downstate STAR navigators and coordinators. Next slide. And new to Brookdale, we have a wonderful team, and the coordinator there is Vanessa Lardon, and she works with Andrea Moreno, patient navigator, Leonard Rosius, patient navigator, and Antoinette Davis. And why don't you stand up? I also manage the Status Neutral program, which is a PrEP case management program, and I'm proud to introduce Elaine Gautier and Chelsea Cole. Elaine, I think you're representing Status Neutral today.
Say thank you to the whole behavioral health unit and to all those that support our effort. Thank you.
Thanks so much, guys. So, you know, one of the goals of STAR program is not only care and research, but also education. We have a number of residents and fellows who rotate through the clinic. The residents are actually there on an ongoing basis for their 3 years, and the fellows are there for 2 years. As you know, and Lorraine runs this, we also have PAs who rotate through there as part of that PA track. I don't know if any residents or fellows are here, but if so, stand up. Maybe not. They're actually probably on the wards or something. But this is the list of residents and fellows who are participating. And I can't even begin to explain this, but this is our table of organization. Now, and it just, you don't need to, I won't make you memorize this, but in orange is the Brookdale campus, and in blue, I guess, is downstate, and purple are those people who go between both places. So slowly but surely, we're integrating ourselves across Brooklyn. So that's a beautiful thing. And that's it for the day. I want to thank you all for coming together today. We will continue to do this. We have a few more minutes, so feel free to socialize among yourselves, and feel free to come up and ask anybody about the program. And of course, be healthy for you. Thank you very much.
Okay. I'll leave it there. I just gotta take my I don't know how to jet it in Mac and PC. Oh, just take it out?
No.
No,
this right here. Right here.
What do you think about the presentation?
Nice, lovely.
People like to know. Oh. We're gonna dominate the world.
It's open, that's why.
But is it on my drive? No. What is it? Jet? That one, yeah.
Safe to remove.
So it's another one. Who does the other? Who the other ref belongs to? Thank you.